Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey folks, I'm coming back to Retro GameCon this year, taking place once again at the On-Center Convention Center up in Syracuse, New York from October 10th through the 12th. I'm going to be there for the entire weekend and I'll not only be cosplaying as two versions of Ruby Rose from Ruby with her Beacon Dance outfit on Friday and as a ballerina on Saturday with Zwei being there for the first 2 days as well, alongside Barbara from Genshin Impact on Sunday, but I'll be monitoring the cosplay lounge down there as well. Go to RetroGameCon.com for more information. So if you see me down there or anywhere else in the con if lucky, then by all means come on up to me and say hi. Hope to see you there. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here with another one of these response/rant videos once again, and well, I do indeed apologize if this one is coming out pretty late, pretty much as I thought it would be, because, well, I was gonna do it much earlier, but I guess I might have gotten sidetracked by other things, and stuff revolving around me and my family and stuff, and yeah, you can kind of get the idea, but nevertheless, I'm here now with, of course, this latest video, and, well, I hope all of you guys are enjoying the first weekend of October as we speak, and yeah, you know exactly what that means, right? That's right, the cold fall weather is kicking back in. I'm back in, of course, my long sleeves for the cold season, and moreover, Halloween will be right around the corner later this month, and of course, yeah, right around next weekend. I know I'm excited on my part because Retro GameCon's coming up, so yeah, and for those who have actually tuned into, of course, my latest promo video that I just posted not too long ago, thank you all so much. It really means a whole lot, and yeah, I hope all of you guys are excited for the convention as much as I am, and well, like I said, if you see me there, during the course of the 3-day weekend that'll be coming up next weekend, then by all means come on up to me and say hi. I would greatly appreciate it. So yeah, but anyways, on to the subject for today's video, and well, I guess ever since I actually did pretty much on my last video talking about the final trailer that we got for Wicked for Good that we got not too long ago, to which, by the way, I'm still looking forward to it. It really does look great, and I can't wait to see it when it comes out. Yeah, I did tease that I would talk about another trailer that dropped not too long ago, and trust me, I still do, but I guess due to other things that I've got going on, I couldn't have the time to talk about it. But seeing how I do now, I kind of figure, you know what? I don't want to talk about just one trailer that we got. Why don't I just talk about 3 trailers that we got for, of course, the past week for sure. So yeah. Oddly enough, that's of course what I'm giving to all of you guys. I'm here to talk about 3 new trailers that dropped some time ago that I figure would be nice to group together in, of course, this video for sure. So yeah. And of of course, we've actually got some good ones that we really need to talk about for sure. And yeah, I think it makes sense for me to group them all in, of course, this video as opposed to talking about them separately for sure. But hey, I'm doing it for all of you guys, so yeah, and of course the trailers that we're going to be talking about here today are actually really quite interesting ones for sure. One being, of course, the final trailer that we got for Zootopia 2 that's slated to come out later in November for sure. Then, of course, we got a brand new one for Avatar Firing Ash that's slated to come out in a couple of months from now. And the other one we're going to be getting right around next year, which is, of course, on The Mandalorian and Grogu. So yeah, I think it makes sense for me to talk about all three of these trailers for sure, because yeah, they actually have a lot to talk about for sure. So yeah, I kind of figure pretty much for this video, I would group them all in, of course, this one for sure, and yeah. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna give my full-on thoughts on, of course, these trailers for sure individually in this video, just to pretty much get them out of the way, and of course my reaction to all three of these trailers that we actually got. Yeah, I'm really digging on what they actually providing for sure. So yeah, oddly enough, for Avatar Firing Ash, which I should talk about first for starters, I think it's yeah, I think if you may recall several months ago, I did talk about the first trailer that we got a few months ago for sure, especially since after we got a good glimpse of it pretty much right before Fantastic Four First Steps started showing up for sure, and yeah, I guess pretty much compared to, of course, the first trailer that we got, the new trailer really is quite nice, I'm not gonna lie for sure. Oddly enough, it's really showcasing, of course, on what this movie is actually gonna provide for us, hands down for sure. And I'm really digging the new Fire Tribe that we're getting as part of the Na'vi for sure. And what I do find all the more interesting is that they're actually giving a really clever backstory from what I can gather, so that way we can get a full understanding on who they are and why our heroes need to confront them for sure. So yeah, I guess pretty much everything. I really do dig on, of course, what they actually have showcased for sure, and all the new stuff that they've added in for, of course, this one from what I can gather. I really do think it is really gonna flow out everything that goes on throughout the course of the movie for sure, and yeah, I really do think they do have a lot going for hands down. Are there going to be problems here and there? Yeah, I would say so, from what I can gather, because, yeah, if anything, I really do think, pretty much, it might have a few issues that I might find with it, hands down. Then again, it's probably saying a whole lot compared to the first film, hands down, but I really do want these movies to actually improve a bit on, of course, what people have pointing out in regards to the first film, hands down for sure, and see if they can elevate it for, of course, the later installments for sure. And I think that's one of the things that I really do like about the last movie that we got, The Way of Water. Yeah, story-wise, it did improve a bit from what the first film actually did for sure, but I really do love some of the new ideas they actually added in to really try to help expand the world of Pandora for sure, and yeah, I think that's actually one of the reasons on why I actually do like The Way of Water, hands down, in comparison to the first Avatar movie for sure. Still not really that great, in my opinion, but I still think it is actually a good sequel for sure. So I guess for the sake of Firing Ash, my point still stands that if it all goes according to plan, I think it might be on the same level as The Way of Water for sure. I mean, really think about this, hands down, that said film alone is, of course, pretty much the one that James Cameron really wanted to work hard on, especially filming it back to back with, of course, The Way of Water for sure. So you can tell that there's going to be a whole lot of hard-working effort to really make these movies look and sound great for sure. And I know we can actually make the same argument for both Avatar 4 and 5 that'll be coming up later on down the road for sure. So yeah, and for the fact that both these movies only lasted over 3 years going through principal photography for sure, I guess there is actually a good reason for that, hands down. They really want to try and make these movies look and sound great as best as they can, hands down for sure. And yeah, despite a few problems here and there, I think it can result in some pretty good results, hands down. Which, oddly enough, is what the first Avatar movie actually did for sure. So yeah, if that being the case for The Way of Water, I think maybe the same scenario might happen for Fire and Ash at the same time for sure. So yeah, but either way, given to what I've seen with the latest trailer that we got for Avatar Fire and Ash, I really do think they have a lot going for hands down, and I really do think there is going to be a whole lot to really showcase here and there, and I'll be really quite curious to see on how it'll do once it actually does come out for sure. So yeah, but we'll have to wait and see, of course, that front. But nevertheless, I know I'm still shooting to go see it once it actually does come out pretty soon for sure. And I know, given to all that, hands down, yeah, it seems like December of 2025 is going to be quite an interesting one for sure, because with not just this, but also the new SpongeBob movie that'll be coming up, as well as, of course, both the sequel to Five Nights at Freddy's and the remake of Anaconda. Yeah, hopefully I think Avatar Fire and Ash might actually really try to get itself pretty much right out there to really meet with, of course, the pretty much the December box office competition for sure. So yeah, but we'll have to wait and see, of course, that front. So yeah, and of course, yeah, I think it's what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, now that I got Avatar Fire and Ash out of the way, I think I might as well move on to, of course, Zootopia 2. And yeah, oddly enough, I will admit, a lot like everyone else, yeah, I will have to say, I really do think a sequel to Zootopia is actually pretty much needed at this point for sure. And for those who are wondering, yes, I actually did see the first movie back when it first came out, and I really enjoyed it, hands down. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really do think Moana is also really good since it came out the same year. But I really do think Zootopia actually won me over a whole lot more, hands down, and yeah. And I guess pretty much of anything with what it's actually providing with, of course, a great story, great animation, incredible voice acting, and even provided some great social commentary and stuff about many different subject matters, like, of course, racism and plenty of others that we can actually pretty much list at the top of our heads. I think it is actually one of those movies with a really great social commentary that actually came out at the perfect time for sure. So yeah, and I guess either way, with of course what I'm hearing about the sequel that's coming up, but I really do think they really have a lot going for hands down, and with what we got in the final trailer from what I've actually seen, I really do think this movie really has a lot going for hands down, and I'm really do digging on what they're actually providing hands down. It isn't just a run of the mill from what I can gather. It really actually want to do whatever it can to actually showcase some new ideas while keeping up with the themes and ideas of course, the first film, hands down. And yeah, I really do think they really have a lot going for hands down, and I'll be quite curious to see for how that will go hands down. So yeah. And of course, pretty much of anything, I really am digging, of course, pretty much on what it's actually providing, hands down, and yeah, I can make the argument, hands down, that Zootopia is definitely one of those pretty much places in movies, from what I can gather, that I really do want to see explored more, pretty much hands down, and I really do think with what we're getting with the final trailer, for sure, I really do think it is actually going to be really showcasing that, hands down. So yeah, pretty much, if anything, I really do think, for the second film, I really do want to see more of what the entire city in the first movie will actually give us, hands down, for sure. And you know me, I actually really do love some really great world building in movies, and of course, with what I'm seeing in this movie alone, I really do think there is a strong possibility we'll actually get to see more areas around Zootopia and actually get to know some even more characters, hands down. Like, of course, pretty much the snake that pretty much Nick and Judy are set to follow throughout the course of the movie. It actually does have again, pretty much a really good backstory and some really good motivations and reasons on why he has to do what he has to do, for sure. So yeah, I really do think there's a lot of strong possibilities on that one, and I really do think they really have the door open for what they're actually going to provide, hands down, for sure. And of course, I know that's pretty much their main priority when, of course, with what it's actually going for, hands down, and I really do hope it'll actually get the proper execution that it actually deserves, hands down. So yeah, I'll be quite curious to see on how that'll do, hands down. So yeah, but one thing's for sure, I'm really looking forward to seeing this one, hands down, because, well, if you actually know me in the past, I always do look forward to a brand new animated film from Disney in general, for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, we still have plenty of stuff from Disney, for sure, like, of course, some good stuff that we get from Pixar, to even some interesting stuff that we got from Marvel. Yeah, pretty much from Marvel, Lucasfilm. Don't worry, we'll get to that part later on when it comes to Star Wars, hands down. But mainly just Lucasfilm in general, or 20th Century Studios, like with, of course, Avatar: Fire and Ash that we talked about earlier. But I think it actually does feel really good to get a little something from Disney Animation in a nutshell, for sure. Well, except for the live-action remakes, those are a whole other story, hands down, but I already did talk about it in one of my previous Rant videos, for sure, so bear that in mind for now, So yeah, but either way, I guess, if anything, I do hope Zootopia 2 will actually give us something really good, for sure, because, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I am fully aware a lot of people really do like Moana 2, and that's totally fine, but honestly, for while there are some good stuff, and of course, that Sega flick, the rest I will have to say did kind of underwhelm me for a bit, and I wish it could have been better off as just a TV show rather than just cramming all in as just one movie, for sure. I'm just saying, so yeah, but I do hope Zootopia 2 won't fall under that category, hands down, for sure, but we'll definitely wait and see later on once the movie officially comes out, for sure, So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for Zootopia 2, pretty much for now. Now we come to, of course, the cherry on top of the cake itself, the Mandalorian and Grogu. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, yeah, pretty much from what I can recall, with, of course, the trailer that we got, for sure. Boy, it's been a long time coming from what I can gather, because really, bear this in mind, hands down. I mean, I mean, don't get me wrong, I actually really do love pretty much The Mandalorian for sure. I dare even say I really do enjoy it as much as a few of the other Star Wars shows that we got on Disney Plus following afterwards, hands down, though. Given to the massive amount from what I've actually seen, I've got a lot of catching up to do for sure. Now, I am fully aware that there are some that a lot of people didn't like, so don't come at me with that. So yeah, but nevertheless, I really yeah, despite the fact that I've only seen the first 2 seasons, I am one of many people who actually really loves The Mandalorian for sure. So I guess given to the teaser trailer that we got for, of course, that's a movie that'll be coming up. Boy, I really do think they really have a lot going for hands down, and I'm excited to see will be coming up from what I can gather for sure. Because if anything, I really do think they really have a lot going for hands down, and I really do think the Mandalorian actually does deserve his own movie, hands down. I mean, with the series itself only lasting about 3 seasons for sure, I guess maybe a movie might actually be warranted of that. And yeah, with what I've actually seen, I think it is really gonna have a whole lot to offer, hands down. So yeah. And of course, pretty much, if anything, I'm really digging on, of course, what they're actually showcasing, of course, this one from what I can gather for sure, and yeah, I really do think they really want to give off everything they can to, of course, pretty much have it be not just a pretty much a good old-fashioned spaghetti western style of Star Wars movie for sure, right? But I really want to pretty much give the Mandalorian storyline a really interesting one to partake in from what I can gather. And yeah, with what I've actually seen, I really do think they are actually going in a really clever direction that I'm really following hands down for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much, if anything, I really do love for the fact that pretty much, if anything, not only for the fact that pretty much, that this movie in general, I'm glad to see that the show's creator, Jon Favreau, is set to come back to direct this movie for sure. Sorry about that. Yeah, and not to mention, the way that it's actually shot is also really quite interesting, hands down. I think this is definitely one of those movies where you need to see this in IMAX for sure, because, yeah, with, of course, what it's actually done, especially pretty much changing up the aspect ratio pretty much rather smoothly for sure. Yeah, I really do think this is definitely one of those movies that really is well deserving to see in IMAX, hands down for sure. And yeah, I really do think they really have a lot going for hands down. And it's also quite interesting as well because if anything for this movie, we haven't actually gotten a Star Wars movie in a long while for sure. So yeah. And that's one thing to bear in mind, hands down, because if anything, I think it probably would have been about maybe 6-7 years since after the last Star Wars movie, which was The Rise of Skywalker, actually came out onto the big screen. So I think it is quite interesting to see a new Star Wars movie actually make its way back to, of course, movie theaters, hands down. So yeah. And I guess I know a lot of you guys may be wondering, well, if The Mandalorian is only a show on Disney Plus, why not make this movie only exclusive to Disney Plus, hands down? Well, that is true when you really think about it, and well, I guess pretty much if anything, of course it would have made sense to pretty much put it up on Disney Plus, only exclusively for sure. But the one thing to bear in mind for the fact that pretty much of anything, a lot of people really do want to see pretty much stuff that are only exclusive to Disney Plus actually make its way onto the big screen, which would have better if it was actually done that way for sure. And, of course, I can make the same argument for, of course, 3 of the Pixar films that we got earlier this decade for sure, which is, of course, Soul, Luca, and Turning Red. Yeah, they were originally supposed to come out onto the big screen, but Disney decided to release them onto Disney Plus instead for sure, which is actually quite a shame from what I could gather. But I'm glad they made up for it last year and finally giving those 3 films the big screen treatment that it deserves, hands down. And I'm really glad I actually got to experience all 3 of these movies for sure, and actually gave my re-reviews on them since after the first time around for sure. So yeah, but nevertheless, for while I think it would be quite cool to see the Mandalorian and Grogu on Disney Plus for sure, I think it is better off if we actually do see it on the big screen for sure. So yeah, and maybe I think that's for the best, hands down for sure. So yeah, but wherever the case may be, I'm still looking forward to seeing on what this one will actually have providing for sure. And I'm already putting it on my list on, of course, some of my most anticipated movies for 2026 that'll be coming up for sure. We still got a long ways to go, hands down, but I'll be quite curious to see how that'll go, hands down. And, well, to quote the Mandalorian himself, this is the way. But yeah, I think you can kind of get the idea on, of course, that front. So yeah, I think with everything that I've actually mentioned for sure, yeah, I'm really quite thrilled with, of course, what we got with those 3 trailers that we got some time ago for sure. And I'll be really quite excited and yet curious to see how these movies will do once they actually come out for sure, because, well, if you know me, hands down, I always do love seeing a trailer for a new movie that I'm interested in checking out for sure, and of course, whenever I do actually see them on the big screen, whether they're good, bad, or somewhere in between, I know hands down that I'm still willing to give out my own initial thoughts on them, hands down for sure. So yeah. And yeah, I guess either way, some trailers really took me by surprise, while others kind of give me what I would expect, hands down. But one thing's for sure, I know hands down that these trailers will actually pretty much give me quite a bit of excitement or concern, or whichever you prefer, for any movie that'll be coming up, hands down for sure. So yeah. And I know it'll actually build up hype for when the movies do come out for sure. And yeah, that's the one thing I do love about trailers, hands down for sure, because yeah, they're made to, of course, build up hype for a movie right up until they eventually come out for sure. So yeah, we'll definitely wait and see later on how these 3 movies that I've actually mentioned will actually do once they finally come out for sure. So yeah, but wherever the case may be, I know it'll be another good old-fashioned trip to the movie theater as normal. So I'll be quite curious to see on what they're actually going to provide, hands down. So yeah, and I guess on that thought alone, I think I might as well end this video here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and by all means, I want to ask all of you guys, what do you think of the new trailers that we got for Avatar: Fire and Ash, Zootopia 2, and the Mandalorian and Grogu for sure? And are you excited to see these movies once they actually come out? Let me know in the comments down below, just to pretty much give you yeah, let me know in the comments down below on what you guys think and what your initial thoughts would be and your expectations for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and well, I guess speaking of which, now I'll be quite curious to see on what movie will be coming out for, of course, for, of course, later this week for sure. I mean, hey, I need to do something right before Retro Game Con that'll be coming up, so... So yeah, speaking of which, yeah, since I mentioned Disney, what is coming out right around this week? Oh yeah, now I remember, I think they've got like a new Tron movie that'll be coming up. Now I'll be quite curious to see on how that'll go for sure, so we'll definitely have to wait and see. But yeah, you kind of get the idea. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.